looking good for 4 quarters. How'd you pull that out?
I think we just believed in each other. I mean, not every game's going to be pretty, and I told the team in one of the huddles, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and we stayed composed, we were poised, and we followed the game plan towards the end, but yeah, it definitely was not pretty.
What did you have to do when you went in there? What was your assignment in the fourth quarter there?
My assignment was really just locking up and playing defense. Wasn't really having a good game with shots, so I knew on the other end I could just come through and play defense for my team.
And when you finally guys did take the lead there in overtime, was it like a sense of relief, so to speak, that finally you're playing with a lead and now you can kind of play in front?
Not necessarily, honestly. I thought it would be a close game all the way through, in which it was. But, I mean, yeah, I guess it was nice to finally have the lead, but, I mean, I definitely wasn't comfortable.
You describe that start, all of 17 from the field as a team.
No, it was a rough start, definitely. But I think we just emphasized that, we were playing good defense, and we needed to continue that. And when shots aren't falling, you have to control what you can control. So we were taking good shots. They just weren't going in. But continuing our good attitude and a good effort was really important for us.
On the sideline at all?
I mean, there's frustration, obviously, when you're missing shots. It's not really the greatest thing, the greatest feeling, but we, talked about before the game that our two things that we needed to focus on in this game were patience and poise. And I think we did a good job of emphasizing that, even when things weren't going our way.
Okay, Beth, any questions for any of the student athletes? We'll start with you.
Yeah, Emily, since we're on you, I'll start with you. You talked to us this week about the growth of this team from last year, so many new players. To be going through such a frustrating game and to be seeing that scoreboard look different than it has so far this season in most of the games you've played, how proud were you of that growth to see you guys be able to come together and hold together that mentality, even when the going got tough in such a big game, in a rivalry game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was definitely proud of our team. I think it was a testament to who we are and what this group is and is going to look like. We're a team that's not going to give up, and we're going to keep fighting till the end, so it's really exciting to see.
Renee, I also wanted to ask you about those free throws. They're just in there. What was that moment like? Can you talk about having that moment in your hands?
Yeah, like I said to my teammates in the locker room, the gym couldn't have been any quieter when I was at the free throw line, but I knew I just had to be poised, one of our words, for today's game, and I just stepped up and hit both.
That's why you play college basketball, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Renee, looking at the physicality of this game, I mean, my photographer came back and said, man, that was an edge that NDSU was playing with out there. Can you speak to the physicality and just the level out there in this game?
Yeah, they did come out playing tough, and at first we wasn't really hitting back, but I mean the second half we knew we had to dig a little deeper and play them how they were playing us. So.
And then Ryan, just wanted to ask you about you've played against UND. You have a good idea of what to expect. A few different variables from them this year. Can you just touch on this one, kind of living up to the hype and adding to this edge in this rivalry?
I mean, honestly, this year it felt different than last year. I don't know why. Maybe it was because it was non-con. Maybe it's because it was our first game with fans. But, yeah, this game definitely had an edge to it, and it was definitely tough to begin with. Like Renia said, they came out swinging first, and we were just getting punched in the face. But eventually we figured it out, and it worked out. But it was definitely edgy. Honestly, no. Honestly, it really didn't to me. I don't know. That just wasn't our focus, I guess. But, yeah.
Yeah, obviously happy that we won the game, but disappointed in the vast majority of that game. I was real excited to play. I wanted our fans to see an improved basketball team and really get them excited, and I think we put them to sleep before halftime. Glad we found a lineup there at the fourth quarter. that had some juice and had some energy, and just was able to fly around defensively, kind of wreak some havoc and create some opportunities in transition, and then had those guys make plays. And then got to overtime, and same thing. We kind of went with that group and let them just play it out, and was really proud of those 5 or 6 that got to be in that group.
Jeff, we'll start with you.
Deaton was in that group at the end. Was she eligible today? I mean, is that when you?
Yeah, I don't know. What time did you text me, Colleen? 4 o'clock? 4:30? I mean, I think we were really certain that all the talk had been that was going to happen, but I didn't know what time of day we were going to find out and if it was going to be in time. But we told her just to get ready this week like you were playing. And I don't know if we would have won the game without her, actually. I didn't really plan on playing her that much. I wanted to get her in to start the second quarter just to get her feet wet a little bit, but she actually brought some energy there in the fourth quarter, and we probably wouldn't have won it without her and Renea.
You think in a way it was kind of weird having fans in a 2020 sort of way? Was that the first time?
Yeah, I mean, it's been, I don't know, 8 or 9 months, I guess, since we've seen any in a place or been in a place myself. So it was different, but, you know, we didn't get any chance to use any momentum from our home crowd when you start the game 0 for 17 or whatever we did. I mean, if you can't make a basket, I mean, I felt bad. They were standing up waiting for us to score for 15 minutes, what it felt like. Luckily, we could kick in a free throw and let everybody sit down and relax. But it's just, I thought we had some good shots. We were really soft throughout the game. We didn't score in and around the basket. We didn't get to the loose balls. I think that's who UND is kind of a bully and will push you around and are really, really tough. And we didn't handle that very good for 35 minutes.
You're right, just have you been part of a game where your team or the opposition started at 0-17, and then can you just talk about your defense keeping you there? Because you look down on the floor, and I'm sure you're like, you know, you're only down by single digits at that point after the
Yeah, I was actually really pleased with how we guarded the entire game, really. I mean, that's a number. Eventually got to a number that our goal was mid-60s or below for the game. I just wouldn't have guessed coming in that we were going to struggle like that on offense, and it was a lot of different people. But to be playing poorly and it's 6 or 7 the vast majority of the time, I mean, you just felt like, hey, all we got to do is catch some momentum, make a shot here, make a shot there. Somebody get a momentum play, take a charge, block a shot, do something to give us a little energy and get some baskets, and fortunately that group did that.
Beth, we'll come to you next. Do you have any questions for Coach Collins?
Yeah, I want to touch on the physicality of this game. UND came out and kind of brought that physicality right off the top. Do you think that played an effect in maybe the slow start from you guys, and then also on your guys' ability then to bring it back?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I think they were shoving us around, and we didn't respond very well and didn't absorb it very well and couldn't finish in and around the basket because of some of that. I don't know. We just looked lethargic and slow in the first half, and that's not how we've looked in any of our other games. Even Iowa State, when we didn't get, didn't play particularly well, we didn't look slow. So I don't know, what that was about. But like I said, we found that last group that had a lot more energy and a little bit quicker and faster group that I think the physicality, they couldn't lean on us much, couldn't put hands on us as much because we were just moving a little bit quicker.
Do you think it's a valuable lesson for your squad to see that you're going to keep mixing it up out there and see who clicks and ride that? How valuable is that for a team, especially so early on with you, to see that play well and you'll be rewarded. You'll be the one out there.
Yeah, it's huge because I could care less how long you've been here or what year you are in school or whatever. The players that can help us are the ones that are going to play. And that's what we have a lot of young ones and we have a lot of new ones. We're still defining roles, really. And that's what we wanted to use this non-conference for, was to see who could step up and be consistently accountable for us and help us. And we still have some questions, obviously. So those are things that we'll be continuing to sort out. Hopefully we can continue to win games as we're figuring that out.